Hello there. Welcome to the basement. Hope everybody had a good week so far, as it is now almost over. Just under 3 hours where I live. But whether you had a good week or a bad week, we're all here now. So go ahead and sit back, relax, throw something in a glass to sip on. Put a flame on the end of something to smoke on. Because this is the Saturday Night Chill. Hello there. Welcome to the Saturday Night Chill. I am your host, Aaron, most often called Chillin' because of my channel name, but my actual name is Aaron, or as Key and Peele would say, Aaron. I owe them so much for making me famous. Stupid stuff with unprofessionals. What is going on? Steve Harvey, welcome to Family Feud, right? I miss Richard Dawson. That dude was a pimp. So how was your week, man? Did you have a good week? Or at least a good Saturday? Good. I'm glad to hear it. Well, read it. For the most part, it was aight. Couple little exceptions here and there, but aight. You know? Thank you. I actually was just about to talk about that. One day, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I'm a nerd vendor. I watch Josh's stuff at the Den of Nerds all the time. And one day someone asked him what his background music was, and he was like, "Extreme Beats by Harris Heller." So I got my ass over to Spotify and looked him up, and he's got all kinds of stuff. And I literally just found this one when I was doing my prep for the stream, because he's got so many albums on there. I just keep clicking, and I'm like, okay, this one's dope. And then I'll use that one in a video or a stream. And I have found more dope ones than not. There's a couple that are just not my vibe, but I mean, it's not that they're bad. Definitely not that they're bad. It's good music. It's just not my vibe. I know that's a nuanced take, and nuance is getting more and more rare these days. I know Josh would agree because he said so. Oh. So kind of YouTube to tell me I'm live. Matter of fact, they've been recommending my own videos to me all week long. I mean, I appreciate the fact it's recommending them. I just wish it would pick like at least one other person, not me, to recommend them to, you know? Homemade iced coffee. And this is my tumbler of choice. If I can learn how to hold it up straight. Yeah, recommendations are a very good thing. I appreciate the fact that I'm getting recommended at all, but, you know, I don't need my own recommendations. I already know I like my own stuff. Brooke, what's up? Cleaning up your place. Weekend is going okay so far. My psychologist gave me a book to read that I started today. Got through the first couple chapters. It's tough. I'm still kind of a little thumped from it, but thank you, professionals. You know, people are gonna start watching or feel my power. I love it, dude. You know, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, no. Other than that, weekend's going pretty good. Got to babysit the grandson this morning, so that was cool. He was here for about 5 hours. Such a good baby. He is such a good baby. He did his first crawl today in our place. That was so fucking cool to watch. I got to see my grandson's first crawl. Ooh, Rockies. Rockies are great movies. I know some people like to pan on number 5, but you know what? Fuck them. I love Rocky movies. I still have yet. I've been fucking around way too long, but I haven't watched any of the Creed movies. Right. So which one are you on? How far along are you? Because I can talk some Rocky. I ain't scared. You're on 3. Okay. Just finished the first 2. Yeah, those are fucking epic. Rocky and Rocky 2 are epic as fuck. Yeah, I mean, 3's fun. I'm not going to say 3 is definitely fun, but the first 2 are definitely the strongest by far. Actually, the first Rocky movie I ever saw was Rocky 4. So I had to go backwards. Yeah, no, I dig Rocky 3. Rocky 3 is pretty good. Back when Mr. T was in shape. Oh, no shit. Everyone loved Ivan Drago. Good old Dolph Lundgren. Rocky 4 made him a star. And then he immediately tried to kill it with Masters of the Universe. That movie was so dumb. No, I like Dolph Lundgren. Y'all know he's like pretty much a fucking genius. You had a roommate look like Sylvester Stallone. Well, did he look more like Sylvester Stallone, or did he look like Sylvester's younger clone, Milo Ventimiglia? For reference, he was the kid that was able to mimic powers from heroes. He had the older brother who was the politician who could fly. But yeah, it's been a fun, nerdy news week, though. I mean, I'm sure you guys probably you know, heard about this stuff from other people earlier in the week, but, this is a roundup show, so you're going to hear it again. And besides, some of that shit's so crazy, you just got to talk about it more often. Anyway. Nice. Was he from Pennsylvania? Oh, Rambo. Also good movies. Less deep than the Rocky movies for sure, but I enjoy them a lot. Well, no, I take that back. First Blood, because it was based off the book, was pretty fucking intense. And there is an alternate ending where he just commits suicide instead of allowing himself to be arrested. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Brooke. I was... Ugh. That really, really annoyed me, that episode. Not because it was like, like a bad episode. I mean, but I just figured with only 4 episodes, going into this week, only 4 episodes left, I was like, all right, man, and especially after the one that they, after that Crosshair episode, holy fucking Z, that episode was, I can't think of the right adjectives. It was just amazing. I'll just leave it there. The Crosshair episode was amazing. And then we got what we got this week. Which after that last episode was a big fucking letdown. Not even gonna lie. I mean, I thought it was going to be full speed ahead because there was only 4 episodes left coming into this week. 3 now. I'm like, all right, cool. They won't mess around with any kind of mission of the week crap anymore. I mean, we gotta get this trainer running. This season's almost freaking over. But no, we got Pabu. I mean, I could go with some of the earlier filler episodes because they at least pushed character development along at a minimum, whether or not it pushed the overarching story along. But this one barely even had character development. It was just kind of a, oh, hey, look what life you could have, except there's floods and tidal waves. But other than that, this could be an awesome life if you want to stop fighting. But the Empire's not going to let them stop fighting because they want Omega. So they can take her to Mount Tantus and force that Kaminoan scientist to do her stuff and help them along to clone whatever it is they're trying to clone. More Zillo beasts, because we've seen that already. If they're going to tie it into the sequels, I suppose they could be working on a Snoke program. I think that was one of the things that really annoyed me about the sequels, because, Abrams set up Snoke to be fairly badass and menacing, and then Rian Johnson cut him in half. We had our main villain, or what would appear to be the main villain. Obviously the Emperor to Vader analogy, Snoke to Ren, but then we got him for a movie and a half, basically, and then he got cut in half. So, which short was insane. I know not of what you speak. To which short do you refer? But yeah, that Bad Batch episode really disappointed me. Oh. Well, everyone has their moments. Yeah, Bad Batch was a big disappointment. I'm really hoping that they realized when they were making all these and getting it all put together that at this point there are now only 3 episodes left. And there's only 1 episode left that the reviewers got to see. They did not get to see the last 2, which are basically a long finale. Especially since they are releasing them simultaneously like they did with the premiere and the mid-season thing. And until this last Crosshair episode, those were the 2 best episodes of the season. But then along came episode 12 and went, ha ha! This is what the best episodes look like. So, yeah, well, that was kind of a poop. I liked Mando. I was a little thrown off with the well, not the fact that they put a Pershing arc in the middle of it, but the fact that it was so long. I thought, they do the usual Star Wars thing of, they got their A plot, and then they do a little screen flippy thing, and then you go into your B plot, and then they do the sideways screen flippy thing, go back into the A plot. You know how they do it. They jump back and forth and then tie it together at the end normally, or at least back when it was good. That is not what we got. We got a Mando Pershing sandwich with a couple of thin slices of Mando bread and a shit ton of Pershing filling in the middle. I mean, don't get me wrong, they did it well. I just thought how they put it together was weird. It was almost like they were thinking, well, we need to get Pershing a good arc because we're going to do stuff, and they got to be doing something with him later. They absolutely have to be. Like, first town is he supposed to be? Why the hell is that chick mind flaying him? Unless she's like gone just as crazy for the New Republic as she was for the Empire, and is like decided he's a threat and is going to be like, I'm just going to fry your knowledge out of existence and you won't be a threat anymore. So don't get me wrong, they did cool shit in the Pershing arc. I think they would have done better to bounce back and forth like old school Star Wars style, And especially since it was such a long overall episode, they literally could have done like 7 to 10 minutes per storyline and gotten just about as much in as they did anyway with that weird ass sandwich format. That was really the only thing that threw me off about it. It was just, I didn't, like, the Pershing stuff probably went on about 5 minutes too long, I would say. Like, they could have cut some of that out. But, I mean, it was good watching. It's just a weird setup with the whole sandwich thing. The fuck? Oh, goddamn fruit fly. Get the fuck out of here. But no, I liked it. I mean, obviously I enjoyed the Mandalorian parts more than the Pershing parts, but I mean, just from a purely heterosexual dude standpoint, I am going to be a bit upset if Bo-Katan becomes a full Creed follower because I don't want to go without Katie Sackhoff's face anymore. Either that or you're going to need to do a lot more of those walking into the cave shots from last week. That's all I got to say. No, it's not. Katie hot. Katie got to where it counts. If that's vague enough. But, yeah, we know. Donk, she has donk. Okay, I'm just going to say it. Dogfight scenes in the beginning of this week's Mando episode was epic. Loved how it illustrated how maneuverable the gauntlet ship is. Fuck yeah. Yeah, that was pretty dope. And I really kind of felt for her when the TIE bombers were blowing the shit out of her castle. Nice Shrek reference. Donkey, get out of my swamp! Yeah, that whole dropping cutting the engine power and doing the hard brake with the wing. You're right, Brooke. Good call. That was fucking pimp. Now I'm glad you brought that up. I'm very glad you brought that up. I thought that was a slick ass maneuver. Fuck Tom Cruise. That shit was badass. I mean, that was like, I mean, at least for me, okay, do you guys know what big wheels are? You know, like, I mean, I know everyone knows what a tricycle is, but a big wheel is basically a plastic tricycle. Bo-Katan made Captain Maverick. Like, fuck yeah. But a big wheel is basically like a low-rider tricycle made out of plastic. Pretty much. Like the seat is down by the ground between the wheels instead of raised up above the wheels. And my big wheel, one second. Excuse me. But my big wheel had a handbrake on it, just on the right rear wheel tire thing, whatever you want to call it. So I'd get going hard and hit that and crank my front and crank the I steered just with and turn the front wheel with the handlebars, just crank them things hard opposite the braking side, and I could do fucking 180s all day long. It was so much fun. And that's basically what she did with that maneuver. She cranked it and hit the handbrake. But yeah. Ms. Kreese is a hell of a pilot. And we already knew Din could fly. He just verified that even more. At least they explain Pershing's character development in this episode, so I can see later episodes for more exciting stuff. Yeah, that is a very valid point, Brooke. But yeah, for sure, more action and more lore. I am definitely down for more lore because, I mean, let's face it, 99% of the Mandalorian lore is Legends now. And unless it was meant outside of the original 6 and Clone Wars, obviously Rebels addressed it in the later seasons. And obviously we got some in Clone Wars, but never really got like a deep, Disney canon has not taken the deep dive that Legends has. If you want some good Mandalorian headcanon material, read the Republic Commando novels. There are 4 of them, and they go right up through Order 66 at the end of the last one. Love those books. I've read them repeatedly. I don't own a book I don't read repeatedly, honestly. Or at least I should say I haven't bought a book I don't read repeatedly. I've been gifted books that I haven't read much, but I've never spent money on a book that I haven't read repeatedly. So, yeah, the Republic Commando novels. Excellent novels. Brooke, I think Pershing may be very important moving forward in this episode, so this episode did a good job of establishing a foundation for his character to go off of. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the main reasons I didn't have a problem with the Pershing arc in there. That's info we needed. We may not realize it yet, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be info we needed. I just wonder what's going to be left of his brain after What's-Her-Fuzz turned up the Mind Flayer. Like, is she actually doing that to protect the New Republic because she thinks his knowledge and skills are dangerous? Or is she still working for Gideon and is now a double agent? Both are equal possibilities, but I would say personally, regardless of either possibility, she's a little, she's got problems. She needs a lot of therapy. Some professionals. I used to have a plastic bicycle, but really small, and had 3 plastic tires, and I would drift in it, and you weren't supposed to drift. So, right? Yeah, that sounds a lot like the big wheel of my childhood, which I'm 47, so I'm talking about like the early 80s. Yeah, so did I. Oh wait, no, I had to turn right because I had to go to the brake side. Yeah. Yep. I hadn't listened to this album all the way through, but it's fucking pimp. Now, eventually, I think it's only like a little over an hour long because his track. That's the only thing about Heller's tracks. Each of them is only like a minute and a half to 2 minutes. So he'll drop like a, 30 or 40 track album, but that still only gives you like an hour, hour 20 of music. So you always hear an album, at least an album and a half of his on my streams. Because I think I've only got maybe 2 streams that are less than 2 hours long so far. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. Honestly, I really don't care. In aggregate, the average is easily 2 hours. So, but here's one for you. How fucking wild was that Feige and Disney smashing of that subreddit? Like, he came in there like Denzel in Training Day. King Kong ain't got shit on me! And just poof. And that's pretty wild, huh? No one's ever really done anything like that before. But it was kind of that Marvel League subreddit's fault just a little bit. I mean, Feige hates leakers anyway. This is well established. But they left themselves wide open once they posted that translation of closed captioning words that was directly out of the script and therefore intellectual property of Marvel and Disney. So they technically committed a copyright infringement with that. I mean, if they'd have just posted little bits of it here and there, they probably would have been all right. But they published in total. And that opened the door for Feige to do exactly what he wanted to do, which is put the fear of God into the leaking community. Of course King Kong can poop. He's a gorilla. They all poop. Rook, I don't have too much of an opinion on the subreddit from Marvel Spoilers being taken down, but it'll be interesting to see how this impacts Marvel's brand going forward. I don't think it's going to do much to the brand. I mean, leaker's going to leak. What he smashed was the biggest collection of leaking news, because that's what they did, is they scoured the internet and brought it all into one spot for us all to enjoy. And but then they brought in that one thing and published it all instead of just piecemealing it out. And some smart Disney lawyer saw that and said, "Hey, Kevin, guess what? Opportunity knocked, buddy." And Kevin picked up his own personal Mjolnir and said, "Let's go." Nice one, unprofessionals. That was good. That was amusing. But like, I don't think it's going to impact Marvel's brand, though, Brooke. What I do think is that now there's precedent. Precedent has now been set, so leakers and scoopers from this point forward are definitely going to have to be much more cognizant of what they're putting out there. And they're going to have to become much more vague, and they're going to have to repeat the word rumor ad nauseum. Because if they make it anything stronger than a rumor, they are opening that door up to being swatted again. So I think that's what... like, I don't think it's going to stop anybody, especially not the big ones like Grace. She's got good info, but her voice is a bit annoying. I no cap. I can't cap on that. That her voice kind of gets to me when I watch her videos, but she has really good info. So, My Time to Shine, hello. They're good. Can we get some toasties? All right. That Jay guy that was on that Hot Mic podcast, Jay. Oh, fuck, I can't. Oh, my brain. Is it Jeff? Jay? Jeff? One of you two help me out. Jeff Snyder. That's his name. Jeff Snyder. I got it. Yeah, he's obviously really good. Good enough so that most other scoopers and leakers just copy his shit and don't give him credit. According to Josh. But yeah, I don't like the big ones won't be affected too much. I mean, they'll probably tighten up their verbiage some though. I have a feeling, like I said, they're at least for a while, which is what always happens when there's like this kind of shock to any kind of system. Any system that gets shocked like that automatically tightens up in reaction. It's really no different from the human body. A shock throws everything out of kilter and everything just kind of goes. And then everything's, like for example, like a kid burns themselves on a hot stove or something once. You're damn sure that at least for a while that kid's going to be walking on the other side of the kitchen from the stove. It's that kind of thing. Brooke, yeah, I don't have much thoughts on Marvel news other than I'm excited for Guardians 3. Looks to be pretty nostalgic. Yeah. Yeah, no, I like the first two Guardians films. I like the first one better than I like the second one, but I like the second one more than I think a lot of people did. I think a lot of people thought that one was meh. I didn't find it meh. I thought it was a pretty good movie still. Have you heard the theory on the Guardians of the Galaxy and how the Guardians logo will tell it? Oh, new. I did not hear about that. Do you have like an image link you can put in the chat or something for us to, you know what? Let me fuck around here for a second. Give me a minute. You can stare at me staring at my computer screen. Hey, you know what? I've seen so many other live streamers do this shit, so fuck it. So let's go. Don't worry, if I find it, I'll share the screen. Damn it, learn how to type, Brit. 63 logo. Images. That's a no. That one's a hard no. That poster, that doesn't show me anything. Alright. Well, I got nothing. Doesn't mean it's not out there. Look up film theorist and go to shorts. Okay. Thank you for the guidance. I will now do that. On YouTube? Well, yeah, of course it's YouTube. You said shorts. Duh. Alright. Oops. Hold on 1 second. Film theorist. Okay. I wonder if I'm about to add yet another subscription to my shit. I think this person's stuff looks cool. Theorist. Is it film theory? Or the film theorists? With 11.8 million subscribers? Holy shit. I don't need their latest. I need their shorts. There we are. Squirrel, Frozen, Nick Fury was always... oh, that's the latest ones. Where's your fucking full collection of your shit, man? Here we go. Where's the see all on this mug? Oh, here we go. Kill Deadpool. Fury was always a Skrull. That's funny. Let's see, Jeff Bezos, Lord of the Rings character, Superman, Skull, Theory, Spider-Man, there it is. Alright, give me a second here. We'll all watch this shizzle together. Alright, let me pause the music. Okay. Turn up my desktop audio so we can all hear this mess. And then
Marvel has already told us who's gonna die at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. All you need to do is look at the logos. The logo for Guardian 1 has a hard dark brown exterior with a softer lighter brown interior. You know what else is brown on the outside and light brown on the inside? Groot. A hard outer brown bark with light brown wood in the middle. Remind me again, who died at the end of Guardians 1? Oh yeah, it was Groot. Now look at the logo for Volume 2. It's blue and red, just like another new member of the Guardians team in this movie, Yondu. Blue skin, red fin. And who died in that one? Yondu. What does this tell us about Volume 3? Well, there are actually two logos. The original one was gray and textured, just like Drax with his gray skin and tattoos. The other is lighter brown with black letters, just like Rocket's brown fur and black stripes. Dave Bautista has said on record that he is done playing Drax. Meanwhile, the villain of this new movie is the High Evolutionary, the dude who outright made Rocket. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but Drax and Rocket are totally gonna bite it at the end of this new movie because Marvel has already told us who's gonna die at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. All you need to do is look at the logos. The logo for Guardian 1 has a hard dark brown exterior.
Well. Well. Yeah, man. Alright, there we go. Well, you're right. That was pretty interesting. That was very interesting. That's a good looking out on professionals. I like that. That was cool. Yeah, I mean, It was definitely creative. And it really, I mean, I've seen bigger stretches in the theory game. So I mean those aren't. I mean it's almost like winning the March Madness tournament that's happening now by picking teams to win based on their mascot versus mascot or uniform color or something. But he's got. How do I put this? I won't say he's onto something, but I wouldn't discount that theory out of hand either. I think is where I go with that. It's definitely not a hill I would die on in a discussion, but I also wouldn't be like, nah, fam, you're fucking nuts and don't even talk to me about that stupid shit anymore. I definitely wouldn't put it in that category. Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, he has enough of a point to where you can't just go, fuck off, you're crazy. Yes, I think. Anyway. All right, unless Streamlabs is lying. Hey, did you two hit like on your way in? If you haven't, please click the like. I already know you're both subscribed, so I can't ask you to do that. But if Streamlabs isn't lying to me, there's someone out there lurking. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And also like the stream, please. Thank you. I appreciate that, unprofessionals. Good person. So how long do you guys think, Matt, what is going on, bruh? How you doing? We've just been, I'm not going to lie, you haven't missed much. We've just kind of just been doing the chit-chat thing about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So, been hearing some stuff about the X-Men 97 stuff, like the X-Men franchise movies, good stuff. Magneto is dope. Yeah, yeah, I liked the Fox X-Men movies. Well, most of them. But yeah, the Fox X-Men related movies are all good. Some are really good. Some are just alright. But now that X-Men 97 animated show coming up sounds dope. It's supposed to be literally a continuation of the first 90s series. Like it's going to pick up with Charles being taken away by the what's her name, Lalandra of the Shi'ar Empire to be healed. First X-Men movie. Yeah. Yeah, I watched all of those in the theater when they came out because yeah, I've always dug me some X-Men. That is like I don't know why Feige's fucking around so long. I mean, there is that old rumor about the contractual stuff till 25, but whatever, dude. You're Kevin Feige. You could find a way if you wanted to. How's the family, Matt? How are things? Do you have a good week? I know you streamed a lot this week, and I missed a couple of them. It's been a weird week for me this week, a little bit. Not bad, just here. But, how are things? Do you have a good week, buddy? Also, were you let down by that Bad Batch episode? Because I was significantly let down by that Bad Batch episode. Not because it was like a shitty episode. It was just too many Star Wars shows dropped in the middle of the week kind of makes it go by fast. Yeah, I mean, I will give you that. Well, it makes Monday and Tuesday go by super fucking slow, and then Wednesday's hype. Just got home from a family party. I was heading home this morning after my Irish wife. Noise. You enjoyed both Bad Batch and Mando. Yeah, I liked Mando. I was a little. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't disappointed in Bad Batch because it was a bad episode. It definitely wasn't a bad episode. It didn't like suck. I just. Yes, thank you. Happy belated St. Patrick's Day to you all. I toast you with homemade iced coffee because the dark side has coffee. That's why you must join it. But yeah, we'll see. Yes. See, that's the problem though, because A, you dropped that, you're dropping that, you thought what was a firework? But yeah, you just had that ridiculously amazing Crosshair episode, leaving us with the cliffhanger of Crosshair being about to be messed up in some fashion or another at Mount Tantus. And then we get a visit to a paradise island with an earthquake problem. Like, after the Crosshair episode, there was only 4 episodes left, so... And this might be, and this is at least, I will say, I can admit, this is at least partially on me and my expectations, but my thinking was that, hey, that was a dope-ass Crosshair episode after an 8-episode wait. Thank you very much, Dave. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's I mean, if you've watched my shorts, you know about that and that one. So, I ordered a new chair yesterday. It'll be here next Friday. So, it will be up for next week's stream. Yeah. I can't wait because the chair I'm in is old and wobbly. And while there's upholstery over the seat, there's maybe that much cushion left. Maybe. So my booty gets sore. So I cannot wait for the new chair. Plus, it's a gaming style chair, so it's going to have like the full back and headrest thing. It's going to be, ow, son of a bitch, my shoulder. This is going to be dope. I'm having shoulder problems lately. Like pushing and like up and like it's whack. It's annoying. Right? Well, I mean, you can't say no one, but that's not meant to be insulting. It's just, a fact. So yeah, you're going to see me doing some adjusting here and there until I decide to depart for the evening. Now, Matt, what time zone are you in? I can't remember. Are you Central? Thank you, unprofessionals. Oh, you are in Eastern. Okay, cool. So you're in my time zone. I know this is random as shit, but I would like at some point in the not too distant future. I know what I'm about to propose. I know is going to take a bit of hella coordination, but as you know from my visiting your streams and just listening to mine, I am not the gamer kind of guy. But I am running a nerdy channel. So what I want to do is I want to put together soon I'll be able to fight Loki. dope. Well, as long as it's a physical fight, because there's no way I could out-snark Loki. He's just way too good with that. I mean, I'm pretty good with snark, but he's the king. So, um, right? Hulk smash. Oh, now here we go. Hulk smash. I love my little sound effects. They're so fun. But what was I saying? But yeah, so new chair coming next week. It'll be debuted, or next Friday, to be debuted on next Saturday's stream. I'm not even going to do a short on it. I want everyone to see it live, and then maybe I'll do one afterwards. But yeah, just the timing of that episode, I think, is what disappointed me most, because I was expecting full steam ahead for the rest of the season, and then they dropped Island Paradise. Oh, right. Thank you. That's what I was doing. What I want to put together is a panel of gamers for me to talk to. Yeah, because I don't have the computing power or the programs or anything to do like stream me playing games. And besides, I've I've delved into the realm of public humiliation enough just doing this. If I added gaming to that, oh my god, it would be embarrassing. But yeah, I want to put together a gaming panel so I can offer those of my subscribers who are into gaming, that kind of content, because I cannot provide it myself. So I want to grab like you and cool, but I want to host it. But yeah, so I want to snag you up and Scotty. Justified MF, right? Or at least you've seen him around. Snag him up. Maybe Obsession if he's not in the middle of a crazy work. Like I said, that'll take some coordination because, Saturday nights are already kind of busy for a lot of people, and you got family, and Scotty's got family. Obsession's, I think he's married or whatever. What's his family sitch? I'm not 100% sure on that. I know he's at least with somebody, but that's as much as I know. Does he have Rugrats or anything? But yeah, I want to put together a gaming panel so I can offer gaming content. Nice. But yeah, I want to do a gaming panel so I can offer gaming content to that subset of my subscribers. Because I know there's got to be a few gamers in there other than, you guys, because I already know you are. But, I'm sure there's others in that group of 54 who wouldn't mind some gaming content from me. See, there's one right there. Unprofessionals. So, yeah. Yeah, I think, I talk to Justin all the time. And I think I can work that out with him, and then I can just tie it in, because I know you and Scotty talk a lot. So, I could tie it up with Justin. Maybe you and Scotty could work out a good Saturday, and then we can all four get together and be like, yo. And then I can be like, hey, a gaming stream. Or a stream about gaming, I should say. There's a difference. You do gaming streams. I would be doing a stream about gaming with your help. But yeah, I want to do that shit. I want to offer all the content, even if I can't do it myself. Harris Heller makes some good freaking music, I gotta tell you. Yeah, I watched, I think I was in one of your panel streams before. No, you're still gonna have to force people. You'd still have to force people because I mean, I still need 46 subs to hit my next goal. I was going to say, it's not like I know you'd be upset. You know what they say. If you love what you do, you won't work a day in your life. And I know you love coercion, so to speak. See? I'm getting to know you. You're not a crap out of it on all the socials. Oh, so will I. Trust me. All I got to do is utter the word gaming and people will be like, what? Makes me wish I was a gamer. I mean, once I finally get my like rig, because right now it's just my gateway. Hope I didn't make anyone too dizzy with that shit. Sorry, but see, I love this dubstep shit. I loved dubstep when it came out. As a quick side note. But yeah, so obviously I want like a full-size desktop with 2 monitors at least. Yeah, so because Justin's already on my ass about when I get my rig to start gaming with him, so I imagine that'll happen, and then sooner or later he'll browbeat me into doing a gaming stream on this channel, and then my humiliation will be complete. Actually, he won't be browbeating me into it. That's an over-exaggeration. But it will be highly embarrassing because 2 things that are highly essential for, especially for FPSs, are 2 things I suffer. I don't have the best depth perception, and I am not the most graceful person in the world. So, like, my hand-eye coordination tops out when I'm, like, playing music. Like, I played clarinet for 8 years, and I had no problem syncing my fingers with the music I was reading. But stick a video game controller in my hand and try and have me run around and try and shoot people, and it's bad. It's bad. Oh. Okay. The iBuy Power Tower from Best Buy. Is that their own tower? Or is that just one of the many, many computer brands I probably haven't heard of? Yeah, I've played a couple Call of Duty games. I enjoy them. I mean, I download when I still had PlayStation Plus, I think it's just a brand they carry. Okay. But when I still had my PlayStation Plus subscription, which I mean is worth it. $60 a year, you get like 2 free games every month if you want them. So Razer. Oh, for gaming laptops, yeah. But I mean, yeah, that'd be good if mode on the internet, mode on the painternet. Hey, whatever, man. I'll take any promotion. Since I won't get one at work. But yeah, I've heard of Razer though, Brooke. I've heard good things about them. But that'd be dope if I was only going to strictly do just at home gaming or whatever. But how many USB ports are on that UBS? I almost said Jesus. All right. I'm going to my non-camera screen, but I'm not leaving. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to go hit the head real quick. But you'll hear me and still not see me when I come back. I mean, I am drinking iced coffee, so, you know. Yeah, I definitely want a big shiny screen. Actually, I want two of them. I need to, especially with Streamlabs, I need to run two monitors. Oh, see what a crappy host I am. Uh, I pinned my Discord link at the top, and not just because I want you to join it, but because at some point before before I decide to get out of here, if you want to come in and yeah, I'm back. If you want to come into the Discord, into the voice chat, and actually talk to me, I'm going to be doing that every so often, and I think this would be a good week for it. So all you got to do is click into that link. It's the only thing you need is to click on that link. You don't got to go through any kind of rigmarole to get into my Discord server. So when it's time, I'll hop on the Discord and check and see if there's anybody new in there. Give you the appropriate clearance, and then you can hop in the voice chat room, and we'll actually talk instead of you having to type at me. But we'll do that in a while, not right this second. Because another thing I found fun this week was that Ben Affleck interview when he pretty much smashed James Gunn and made him look like a big dumb liar. Let's see if I can find that. Learn how to type, it'd be better. There it is. I think it's the Hollywood Reporter. Is this the right one? Is this the right one? Oops. Whoa. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right, we'll bring that up for you in a second. Yeah, I found the quotes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Matt. Just give me another minute and I'll pull that puppy up. I gotta finish this up. And what makes it fun is, like, in his statement, and I call it smashing James Gunn because what happened, what happened was, James Gunn issued a tweet, I think in December, and that referenced Ben, and what Ben's in the interview directly contradicts that tweet at this point, so. And as Mr. Gunn has had a bit of a checkered history with revelations already. I mean, he's been the king of bad looks for a minute now, and this is yet another L he's about to take, so. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't have a real mouse yet. Booyah. All right, so earlier in the article, he was talking about how filming the Justice League was crap. So the next question was, so if DC came to you now and said, do you want to direct something? Ben, I would not direct something for the Gunn DC. Absolutely not. I have nothing against James Gunn. Nice guy, sure he's going to do a great job. I just wouldn't want to go in and direct in the way they're doing that. I'm not interested in that. And that, well, first of all, that's just like, I mean, number one, that's just a big old fuck you to James Gunn. There's no two ways around that. Whether or not he says he's sure a nice guy, you know, he's sure he's a nice guy or whatever, I don't have a problem with him. He's a nice guy. But, no, he's a great guy. I just don't ever want to work for him. Ever. 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 And the tweet James issued in December talked about how he met with Ben about directing a DC movie, how Ben was super excited to direct a DC movie, and that they were just trying to find the right project to work together on. Yeah. And then that interview came out this week. So basically, Ben switched sides and said, "No, James Gunn." I mean, if he wanted to come to Marvel and direct, fuck yeah. Affleck's talented. Dude's got skill. So I'd be all. I mean, he's quite talented behind the camera. I'd be totally down if he wanted to direct a Marvel movie or a Star Wars movie. Star Wars. Star Wars. Cool, man. Sweet. Have a good night. Yeah, we'll definitely talk. I'll get at you. Enjoy the rest of your night, man. But yeah, so James Gunn's taken another L. Whether he'll admit it or not, well, I take that back. He'll never admit it. The Canadian. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Not a whole lot. We're just basically, this is like a hardcore chit-chatting stream, if that makes any sense. Like, I've got the subjects I throw up in my thumbnail, and we've talked about them some, but mostly it's just been a... And he's angry because he's Canadian, dude. Think about it. I'm just kidding, buddy. I love Theory, and he's like one of the top Canadians out there, along with Matt and Trey. Justin, what up, homie? What the hell do I need to apologize for? My fucking station. Who's excited for the D&D film? Never played the D&D game, but I'm planning on seeing the film. No, the Canadians already apologized for Bryan Adams on many occasions. The ambassador said so. I am excited for the D&D film. I think it looks pretty good. I enjoyed the trailer a lot. I have played D&D. I enjoy RPG. I enjoy tabletop RGB. Jesus. Tabletop RPGs. Quite a bit, actually. I haven't played one in a hot minute, but yeah, that the time and a good group are the two hardest things to playing D&D, honestly. It's a hell of a lot easier when you're younger and don't have much to worry about. Yeah, a little bit. It is starting to kick in a smidge. Yeah, I heard that. I'm gonna have to actually check into that. If I can find an online group to play with regularly, that'd be good enough for me. Shit. My take on Bad Batch. It was disappointing as fuck. I'm not saying it was a bad episode. I'm just saying after that Crosshair episode, which was just ridiculously phenomenal, that getting another basically problem of the week episode was a humongous letdown for me. Like I was expecting full steam ahead after that Crosshair episode, because after that Crosshair episode, there was only 4 episodes left. Then we got that episode. Now there's only 3, and there's only 1 episode left that reviewers have seen. Nobody, or next to nobody, has seen the 2-part finale that they're dropping all at once in 2 weeks. Because this upcoming week is episode 14, and they're dropping 15 and 16 together, like they did the premiere in that mid-season Coruscant arc with Rex and that assassin clone and Senator Tucci and Rampart, and Palp's coming in for like 2.5 minutes, turning the entire situation right back to his advantage and then leaving again like a fucking G. Yeah, it's definitely not what I wanted to see, Jay. Not at all. Yum yums. Like the Gunji. Yeah, no, I like the Gunji episode. That was a good episode. Besides, I always enjoy seeing Trandoshans get their ass beat because they're dicks. And I love Wookiees. So, see my tumbler, Jay? This is what was holding my iced coffee, but I drank it all now. I just finished it. Yeah, that was just not a bad episode, just disappointing in terms of really just timing. Honestly, I think that was a first half of the season episode, or like early second half. Oh, thanks, man. I'm not sure what we're fighting about, but if you really want to get, put to sleep again, I'll indulge you. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's cool. I just think it was like really, really ill-timed. Late in the season. Oh, thank you. Actually, I've got another one brewing in the back of my dome, so I'll probably actually put that out this week now that you mention it. And I'm actually gonna start putting out a little bit of Stargate news too, because things are starting to move over at Amazon. And I say Amazon because Amazon owns MGM and MGM owns Stargate. So if any kind of Stargate, anything going to get made, Amazon going to be at least paying for it, whether or not they make it themselves. Of course, really, Amazon doesn't make shit for themselves. They hire production companies to do that. But right now, not a lot. The most recent news I heard, and this is via Sidetrack, which is another YouTube channel, mostly British guys, so it's even doubly entertaining. But the one guy over there, Jay's got pretty decent sources over at Amazon. So last he heard, the what's her name, Jennifer something or other, anyway, she's the one in charge of film and TV, and evidently she dropped the official word to start for the production department to start getting their poop in a group on a Stargate movie. So it is possible, actually now at this point it's highly likely, that Stargate fans such as myself, and potentially you now as I'm making the videos, which is actually, that's why I'm making the videos, because one, I've thought Stargate was dope for years, and I want to share my my enjoyment of that IP / franchise. But also, the way things are going at Disney, my favorite IP, Star Wars, is Disney isn't doing too hot with it, and Marvel hasn't been that hot lately. Although I'm with Josh, I think Feige's going to have that straightened out, but we're not going to see a lot of the straightening out till next year. That makes total sense to me. But yeah, if Disney's going to continue to fuck up Star Wars, then A, I'm going to need something else to watch, and B, something else to enjoy. And I already know I love me some Stargate, so now that it's starting to look like Amazon's finally moving on it, I'm starting to get just a wee bit excited. No, Disney is definitely not. Well, no. They're not helping YouTubers like us out very much. They are grifter gold. And you know who I'm talking about. Stargate is awesome. Yeah. It's not helping level-headed YouTubers out at all. Checking along Star Trek's original series, but worried about Star Wars not doing great, but we'll try to find other things to watch like Stargate or Trek. Yeah, I mean, I love Star Trek also. I used to watch the the original show reruns when I was a kid, so I grew up on both Trek and Wars. And then later on, in the early part of my college career, which also ended up being the late part of my college career, that's when I first saw the Stargate movie. And then a few years later, I found out that they made a series off the movie. I was like, okay, I'll check this out. And then I found out that fucking MacGyver was the lead on that series. So I was like, dope, because I fucking loved MacGyver when I was a kid too. So that was super hype. And then the show actually turned out to be really fucking good. So, yeah. Still got to make time to watch this. One TV. Yes. Actually, the spin-off Atlantis is really fucking good too. Yeah, you got 10 seasons of SG-1. 5 seasons, I believe. How many is it? It's like 5 to 7 seasons of Atlantis. I'm thinking 5, but it might be 6 or 7. But Atlantis was good. And then there was Stargate Universe, but that was only 2 seasons. Stargate Universe was ahead of its time. It was like, it was much more character and drama driven than action driven. like the other two Stargate shows. You could almost call it the Andor of Stargate. Not in terms of it being annoying, but just in terms of that tonal shift. But yeah, no, there is a lot of Stargate, but there is much more Star Trek. You're right, Brooke. I mean, you got 3 seasons of the original, 7 seasons of the Next Generation. Okay, I'm going off the top of my head here, so don't quote me on this shit, and I don't feel like Googling it, so where was I? Yeah, like, was it 6 or 7 seasons of DS9? Like 5 or 6 seasons of Voyager. And then on the streaming side, their Discovery made it 5 or 6 seasons. I'm not sure how many seasons Enterprise had. The new one, Strange New Worlds, is... I'm not sure how many seasons that has been, 1 or 2, but evidently that show's fucking hype from what I'm hearing, so that one's probably going to last. Oh yeah, the animated ones too. Yeah, Picard. Picard's fucking fire this season, by the way. Like, the first 2 seasons I thought were good, but this season's fucking... For me, it's fucking just slapping. Yeah, Below Decks is one of those. It's based on the people you don't see in the show. So all the random red and yellow and blue shirts just doing their daily jobs on the ship. Not really being involved with all the hoopla that goes on with like the bridge crew and stuff. Yeah, at a minimum, you're right, Brooke. At a minimum, you just popped off a really lame dad joke. Actually, there used to be I've seen a whole series of memes of Picard and Riker with Riker fucking him up with a dad joke and ending with that exact pose, or whatever it is. Yeah, Patrick Stewart's the fucking man. You don't mess with Patrick Stewart. I'll put hands on a motherfucker about my Picard. Like I said, I grew my earlier childhood. I grew up, essentially grew up on the original Trek. Next Generation came out when I was in junior high, 6th or 7th or 8th grade, somewhere in that range. So I was like, oh, new Star Trek? And it was good. As far as the series go, I still think it's the best one. Now, I do admittedly say that not having watched Discovery or Enterprise. But TNG's still it for me. Well, yeah, Patrick Stewart, of course he was good in a Macbeth film. Dude started off as a Shakespeare actor. That was like he was a stage actor at the very beginning of his career. That's like his shit. So yeah, he will kill it as a Shakespearean character, whether on the stage or in a film. Oh yes, and definitely Professor Xavier. Although I will say, when Feige does finally getting around to getting, the MCU X-Men rolling, I actually really think Giancarlo Esposito would be a damn fine choice for the new Professor X. Because let's face it, well, number one, Patrick Stewart's still a Fox X-Man, X-person. So even when all that pseudo-legal hullabaloo crap is done, he couldn't be Xavier for a long period of time anyway. Not anymore. I mean, much respect to him, but brother's old, so. But yeah, so they're going to need a new Xavier in the MCU, and I think Moff Gideon could easily switch sides from a heel to a good guy and kill it as Xavier. Honestly, not actually leaving. I think Esposito, the way he carries himself and the way he speaks, I think he'd be dope as Xavier. Especially because I feel like, again, I feel like the way he carries himself and the way he speaks is actually closer to the cartoon version, even than Stewart's was. I loved cartoon Xavier. Although I will say this about X-Men 97. While I know it's a continuation of the original, I just hope some of the dialogue is just a little less comic book. Like straight out of comic book. Like with some of the excess pronouncements when someone's about to whip out their power. They lightened up on that just a smidgy, that'd be dope. But if they don't, fuck it, who cares? They're just staying on the track anyway. Did y'all hear about the official synopsis that came out? So, we're not getting Xavier at the beginning, because they're picking up right when Lalandra took off with him to the Shi'ar Empire to heal him. Okay, so I'm going off what I remember hearing on the YouTubes. So if I'm a little off on something, don't be mad. But what I remember the gist of is this. They're picking up right when the original series ended with, what's her name? Lalandra, I think is her name, from the Shi'ar Empire, taking him off to be healed. And, so first Cyclops takes over, but then, I guess Magneto comes rolling in like, hey, I'm feeling reformed. How about I run this shizzle? Fucker. But, so yeah, so Magneto's supposed to come rolling in and run the team, and I don't remember what else, but it sounds dope. I'm sure if you go to, the Marvel section of Disney.com. You know what? Let me fucking try that. Instead of just yapping about it, why don't I actually do it? Holy shit, what a novel idea. Let's go. Let's try just Googling X-Men 97 synopsis. Oh, yeah, here we go. We'll use the CBR article. I like them a little bit better. All right, let's all look at this shizzle together, shall we? As soon as I get my fucking computer clock right. All right, we'll go this route. Boom. Yeah. All right. X-Men 97's official synopsis pits Storm, Wolverine, Magneto against... That's what it was. Against Mr. Sinister. All right. Okay, here we go. The official synopsis for Disney Plus's upcoming X-Men 97 has finally been shared, revealing not only a new status quo for the eponymous Children of the Atom, but the return of one of their greatest enemies as well. Shared on Twitter, the synopsis reads... Storm and Wolverine tried to continue the X-Men. Magneto comes in and wants to step up for Xavier. Miss Sinister comes in to try and end the X-Men once and for all. That's it. But, I mean, there's really a lot there. And you got Storm and Wolverine teaming, trying to keep the X-Men going after Charles has to go very far into outer space. And there was, what was that? There was a timeline where Storm and Wolverine were a couple. I believe that timeline ended up getting pruned, but they may, I wonder if they're going to go back to that well. I think that would be interesting, actually. If they do it well. And then, of course, Magneto coming in is going to be dope. I love Magneto. I loved him in the cartoon. Ian McKellen fucking killed it. And so did Fassbender. Both of them just absolutely owned that role. I honestly, I can't pick one over the other. They both equally were awesome. So I'm always down for more Magneto. And then they're bringing in Sinister. The man responsible for the existence of Cable. Nathan Essex. Converted into his current form by Apocalypse. When was that? 1700s? 1800s, I think that happened. And at the beginning, Wolverine is not going to be a happy camper seeing Magneto come in and try and run that shit. They did not get along in the cartoon. In the comics, Magneto rips his adamantium ray out of him, so he's, whether or not they get into that on this cartoon, I'm just saying that to make the point that their history is not one of peace and amicability by any stretch. So there's that. And of course, we all know how shady Sinister can be. And sneaky. It'll be cool seeing him take a big take a leading villainous role, I should say. Because he got some shine in the original animated series, but from what I've been given to understand, because I've been watching a lot of Rob over at Comics Explained lately, so I actually sound at least semi-knowledgeable when I do this. Sinister's kind of more of a, at least nowadays in the comics, he's more of just kind of a side character. Like, he's just kind of there. Not really being talked about or doing much. And he gets brought out every once in a while, but, he's kind of like a holiday tablecloth. You only bring him out when it's really necessary. But I've always thought he was a dope-ass character from the original cartoon, and when I learned more about him, again, via Rob over at Comics Explained, I was like, this dude's fucking dope. So, yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to see that Sinister is going to be the big bad in this one. And I'm sure we'll see some Apocalypse too, because with Sinister comes Apocalypse, because Apocalypse created him and basically still runs him. Sinister is still Apocalypse's bitch. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. Well, I was already very much looking forward to this show, but after that synopsis, I'm even more excited. I'll admit I was looking at the article and not chat. No what, Justin? No to the synopsis. No to Giancarlo as Professor X. What are we knowing here? See, this is why I want two monitors, because if I'm reading an article, I can't look at the article and the chat at the same time. Yeah, but which question did I ask? Come on, man, you know me. It was more than 2 minutes ago. You forgot to. What the fuck did I ask? Oh, well. Oh, by the way, I did remember to enable the DVR on this one. I saw the little doodad when I was setting up this, when I was scheduling this thing. It's like, oh, enable DVR, yeah. Justin told me I need to do that. I mentioned that A, because hey, you told me to and I remembered, and B, because if you wanted to, like, you know, utilize that and remember what the fuck you asked me, that'd be kind of cool too. Or I asked. You know what I mean, damn it. Yeah, it's not that important if you don't feel like it. I'm just, you know, I get a little curious about that kind of stuff. That's how my brain works. All right. Let me check this here. Actually, you know what? I could. I'm an idiot. There's a way I could look at the chat and that shit at the same time. I just don't like to think, I guess. What are you doing? I don't want to play now. Get rid of that shit. Thank you. All right, what's going on here? All right, doesn't look like anyone new came in. Does anyone want to come in the Discord and chit chat? Like I said, I pinned the link at the top. It's the good link. I just got it today because I know those stupid fucking things expire after a week. I finally learned that. Shit, that reminds me, I need to update the one in the channel now too. But yeah, like I said, if you wanna, anyone wants to hop in and chit chat, Justin, I know you're already in. That's cool. But anybody else, Brooke or Anger Canadian, links at the top. All you gotta do is hop in the Discord and or hop in my server. There's no rigmarole to it. You just click on the invite link and be like, I want in, and you'll be in. There's no restrictions on it whatsoever. But once you're a member of the server, I can then designate you appropriately, and then you can get in the voice chat. If anyone's up for that, I'm down. If not, you can just keep typing at me while I ramble. All right. Well, I guess it's me rambling at you guys then. That, that over there. All right. Got any major predictions for next Mando episode? Heard runtime is 40 minutes or so. No, it's actually get this. Next week's episode is actually the shortest Mando episode to this point, like 32 minutes. Now, as for what could happen, where are they going to go next? Let's see. Here's what I want to see. I can tell you that. I want to see what happens with Pershing once he is let out of the machine by that chick who currently is cranking up the voltage, or if somebody else steps in and yanks him out and prevents her from finishing whatever it is she's trying to do. I would like to see that. I think we might actually get a little bit of that. I think we might get what we should have got this week, which is the traditional Star Wars bounce back and forth. So I think we're going to get a little bit more Pershing because, well, basically they'll be dicks if they don't let us know what the hell happened with that at least a little bit. Yes, I would like to see more Mythosaur stuff. I don't think we're going to get that yet, though. I think that's going to be, what is this, episode 4 coming up next week? Or was this episode 4? No, this last was episode 3. Yeah. So this is upcoming, this next week is episode 4. And it's the shortest Mando episode ever. So I'm going to say it's going to be at least, I'm going to say it'll be episode 6 before we really see more Mythosaur stuff. I think we're going to get a little bit of resolution to Pershing, but not much. Just enough to get him out of there and see what kind of condition he's in. I think we're going to get more. I think we're going to get more Mandalorians just in general next week. Now that Bo-Katan is, whether she wanted to be or not, inducted in as a child of the Watch, whether that was her intention, she is now by creed. This is the way. So I think we're going to get some exposition on how she feels about that, and I also think we're going to get more different, like more tribes of Mandalorians. I think we're going to, I think we're going to get Mandalorians that actually stayed on the planet, or at least on the moon that the Children of the Watch abandoned, where it didn't grow up, Concordia. But either way, in general, I think we're going to get more Mandalorians than we've even got now. Oh, see what I was talking about? I ran out of that super dope hip-hoppy stuff, and it just automatically switched to the next album, which is a lot more relaxed. A little more lo-fi. I think I'll let it roll, though. It's not bad. But yeah, I think we're going to get... Okay, dude, no problem. I still got 15 minutes till I hit my average anyway. I like maintaining my average. It's just how my brain works. I like consistency. There are reasons for that, but I would have to start like a... Honestly, if I wanted to really get into that kind of stuff, I would just do a second channel for that. And I've actually been thinking about it for a couple, 3 weeks now, but my biggest problem is time. Like, shit's been slow at my main job forever, so I'm having to do a lot of door dashing to pick up the slack. Thank you, recession. So, I mean, I haven't even had as much time as I want to put into this channel. But on the other hand, ugh. Let's just say I probably will do it, just not anytime soon. But it's something that's been on my brain. And not a social commentary or political channel. It'd be more of a, more of a pseudo counseling channel, you know, where we get in, you know, where you get into thoughts and feelings. No. But yeah, you know, a pseudo therapy kind of thing or what have you. You know, where we just talk about stuff in a guaranteed to be non-judgmental environment. Because if I will treat judgmental people on that channel like I treat trolls on this channel trying to spout stupid shit. I am not afraid to wield my band hammer with, what's the damn phrase? For maximum damage. That's what I'll go with. But yeah, that's been on my brain for a hot minute. There we go. No. Is it?
No.
Hey, I hear you. I got you, man.
What is up, man?
Oh, nothing. Nothing much. Especially this week. Like, I had, like, all kinds of super hypeness and, like, in my brain planned, and then this ended up just being fucking laid back as hell. And you know what? I don't
being
like it.
a dud.
No, I'm talking about my stream.
Say that again?
Like, I'm talking about this stream. Like, I was like, last couple days, I was like, okay, I might get a little saucy about this, like some stuff. And then I got on, and it's just been laid back as fuck. And you know what? I don't mind that. If I want,
Yeah, I'm shocked because when we asked something about Bad Batch, you were like, "Don't get me started."
Yeah, like I was feeling much saucier yesterday. Like straight up, I was. But
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. See, I just read Brooks' message, man. I want to Mythosaur stuff this week.
Oh yeah, that would have been dope. But I think they're gonna hold off on that till it's a bit more, for lack of a better term, relevant. And I only say that because of the whole deal where the rider of the Mythosaur is supposed to be, you know, overall, and we know there's more Mandalorians coming, like more tribes.
But here's my issue about that, right? Like, I get it. Harp on it a little bit, create the mysticism a little bit too. That, you know, Bo obviously wants to ride it and not have Din do it. But the thing is, Din has literally zero motivation to want to do that.
Oh yeah,
proven over and over again that he has zero motivation. That's why I'm a little annoyed that, like, we see this big old reveal, and then it's just like, okay, yeah, we're not talking about it at all.
Yeah.
We hang out with Dr. Pershing the whole damn episode.
Right. Yeah, that was like, I didn't mind his arc, but it could have been shorter. And like I've said probably 8 million times already, just on this stream alone, they should have broken it up like in the original Star Wars tradition. You know,
should have been 20 minutes, man. It should have been 20 minutes, and that was about it. Even then, I think that's a little extra.
Yeah, I would have been good with 20 minutes. That'd have been that'd have been like 15 more minutes of Mando that we would have gotten. Mandalorian. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
But even then, look, as annoyed as I kind of am with them just kind of blue ballsing us with how the Mythosaur, well, how the episode before ended, it wasn't bad, you know?
No.
But Bad Batch, on the other hand, man, it made me want to throw hands.
Sweet.
It made me want to throw hands, man.
Dude,
Bad Batch.
I literally, as soon as when it started and when I saw where it was going to go, I started, so that would have been like, what, a minute and a half into it? I was shaking my head like, what the fuck? How in the hell are you? Okay, see, here's where I'm going to get spicy now. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
But
That's my fucking job.
It really is, bro. And it's awesome. I love you. But yeah, I was shaking like, what? Are you fucking kidding me with this shit? I mean, like
It was
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, I heard, we got Wanda Sykes' character, and anytime I see any kind of pirate, my mind immediately goes, "Give me Hondo," and of course, the bitch didn't lead me to Hondo. So there's always that. That's always in the back of my mind. I want more Hondo in something. Animated, live action, I don't care. I love Hondo Onaka. He's a fun fucking character, and I want him back.
Yeah, he's fun. He's a fun, annoying character. Like, he's meant to be annoying, but he's fun. He's a fun character.
Yeah, very fun. I want him back.
I kept waiting in that episode for it was like whenever you listen to like dubstep type music,
right?
And you're just waiting for the bass to drop. That's what it was during that episode, but the bass just never came through. It was oddly annoying.
It was a lo-fi episode.
Yes.
It was a lo-fi
And look,
episode.
I get it. That's, to me, if that's the episode y'all bring when y'all want to end the bring out as a season finale, well, a series finale,
right?
Like you want it to be done,
and then
that's what that
there.
felt like.
And then they moved there. Yeah.
Yes. Not a middle of the season. Not middle of the season, but
Last
3/4 of the way season.
Yeah.
I just
and especially right after the episode and especially right after the episode it came after.
Yes.
Like, how are you gonna give me straight fucking fire and then oatmeal? And
then we got nothing.
Fucking.
Oh my gosh, man.
I mean, at least with like the filler, quote unquote, filler episodes earlier in the season, they at least, pushed the characters forward some. We didn't even get any character development in this one. It was just, here they are. Okay. Maybe the teensiest bit in the fact that they got a little chance to see how the other half lives and think about it. But that's it. And that's even a bit of a stretch.
Even that, man, it's the problem is it's too predictable at this point. Because at the end of the day, you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna try to move there, but the Empire's gonna be on their heels because they want Omega.
Yep.
And then they're gonna come through. Then they're gonna bring a whole bunch of Imperial people to that place. They're gonna be forced to leave to try to draw away the Imperial ships and everybody away from that place. And then they're gonna be back on the run again. It's nothing different. It's just the same formula every time. I see why people get annoyed with Marvel and their stuff, but my lord, this is copy paste for Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is if I'm willing to bet almost $50 that they are going to do that same thing I just said.
Oh no, dude, that's exactly
predictable
what I
as
think.
Fuck now.
It's exactly what I was thinking. All I'll say is this: I agree. We're probably going to get exactly what you talked about in episode 14 next week, and then the week after that is the 2-part season finale, episodes 15 and 16 in one shot.
I mean,
so all I got to say is by the time,
hopefully,
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. By the time the next week's episode is over, everybody needs to be on Mount Tantus. By that. And they need, at least for me, that's the way I'd do it. I would have everyone on Mount Tantus by the end of that episode, but also pretty close to the end of the episode. But by the end of the episode, everyone that needs to be would be there. And then I would spend the whole finale just with, all the fun intrigue and hunting and rescue attempts and all that good shit. And
you know what? Also, I was just thinking about this. They might copy paste exactly what they did in Obi-Wan Kenobi on how they got Leia.
Oh,
you see what I'm putting down?
Yeah,
that's why that's why I'm just very irritated by that episode, because it's just summing up that either they're gonna have either what I said first is gonna happen, or they're gonna have somebody capture Omega, and then they're gonna have to go save her.
Combo deal.
It's what they do now. It's just what
the first half
is so predictable, sadly now.
The first half will be what you said, and then at the end of the episode, they'll have here's what it'll be. Everyone won't necessarily be at Tantus by the end of the episode, but they'll be on their way and close enough to where everyone will be there at the beginning of the finale. So, like, it'll be what you said. The Empire will show up at Pabu, or whatever the hell the name of it, I think it's Pabu. The Empire will show up, you know, you'll see the Venator in, and so the Bad Batch will be forced to, you know, dip out so they don't get those people in trouble, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end of the episode, that's when Omega is going to end up kidnapped or captured or whatever you want to fucking call it.
Yeah.
That's
annoying, bro.
Then they'll be chasing them down to Mount Tantus. And then we will begin episodes 15 and 16 there. If Dave was smart, that's the way he did it. Especially after this fucking episode. I think he took the week off that week or something. At least I hope that's the case.
I'm having very...
Like, he got COVID and they're just like, we need a fucking episode.
Dude. Oh, man. I want to be positive. And last week, we were in a good mindset as far as Star Wars go.
Last week was so much better.
It's just been flushed.
Yeah, last week was so much better. I was so fucking stoked for last week, and I should have realized. I should have fucking known, because Dave doesn't run the whole fucking thing, that some silly shit was gonna happen. Even though I'm gonna have Dave hold at least the vertical part of the L on this week's Bad Batch episode.
Yeah,
he's gonna.
thing, though.
I'm gonna give the rest of the L to the writers. The animators have no choice, and the actors have no choice. They have to do their shit. So I'm gonna give Dave the stock of the L, and I'm gonna give the writers the base of the L.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I'll say this, and then I got to get back to my group. We're playing Apex. So.
Oh, okay. Right on.
I think, dude, this next episode better slap. But
yes.
it's kind of concerning that it's 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, here's what I have to say about that. That I'm like a little annoyed, but I'm not super worried. Is because the season premiere was also their shortest season premiere, but they packed that bitch full.
They packed it. They definitely packed it.
So I think that's what we're gonna get again. Is that we're gonna get a short ass episode, but it's gonna be packed to the gills. It'll be like a.
And then did you hear the rumors?
It'll be like a Chipotle burrito, just fucking insanely fat.
Yeah, I mean, look, they definitely packed it well the first episode, so I'm not as worried about that part. But it's also like we followed seeing a mythosaur with a interesting episode, and yeah. But
let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. It was an episode of the Pandalorian, or the Andalorian, it was the Andalorian. No M. Just the Andor. Yeah. It was the Andorlorian episode. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I just didn't need that much damn information about that Pershing. I didn't care about him that much, man.
Yeah.
I forgot he existed.
They could have, well, I didn't forget he existed because he's a geneticist, and he's at least until he got his brain fucking fried, he seemed to be important. But, or at least apparently fried, I should say. We'll see. But,
okay.
Like, we definitely didn't need 3/4 of that shit in the fucking dormitory or whatever they want to call wherever they're sticking their rehabilitated peoples. I guess half, in our terms, the halfway house. I didn't need that much shit in the halfway house.
So here's a theory, real quick.
Oh, what
do you think? What do you think? What are the odds that they make it to where that machine that erases his memory can also give him his memory back? Because I have a follow-up after that.
Taking everything into consideration, higher than I want them to be for sure. Probably 70%.
Okay. All right.
because Disney
Oh.
writers are fucking lazy.
Exactly. So, if that's the case, what do you think? What do you think that's how they give Grogu some of his memory backs, and that's how we get the information about how he got saved and everything like that?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
To me, that'd be fucking lazy as hell.
Yeah.
But
Well, number one, that machine's on Coruscant, so there'd have to be another one floating around out there somewhere.
I mean,
which would
yes,
just be
but
that would be
if he got
forced.
keep in mind
as
if he
fuck.
got saved, he was imperial custody custody the whole time. So
True. True.
he had access to anything.
Yeah.
And then Pershing already knew about those things from wherever he was stationed anyway. So he knows there's more than one of those things, not just on Coruscant.
Well, yeah,
So-
it's just a question of accessibility because Gideon probably has most of the rest of them.
Well, where Grogu was held at,
Yeah.
there was definitely the accessibility for all that.
Yeah,
So
true.
I don't, and then dude, I think I just solved my fucking answer.
What?
His memory got wiped.
Mm-hmm.
So there had to be a reason, there had to be a way for his memory to be wiped. Let's be completely honest. Grogu's not, Rosario Dawson is rumored to come back this week.
Yeah, I've heard that.
If that's the case, then maybe Ahsoka helps Grogu remember more.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Even if it's not this week, I can see it happening that way, like within the next couple episodes for sure.
Because we still haven't had that Clone Wars, well, not Clone Wars, the Order 66 scene yet.
Yeah, I was literally about to
I was
say I'm
thinking-
ready for that shit too.
I am too, and I was thinking that's how we might get to it. Is they, do that way of? Oh man, I don't know.
So
Look,
yeah, I mean it's
I
possible.
want
Yeah,
to be
they could.
so excited, bro, but it's hard.
I know. I did. Well, I mean, it's the track record speaks for itself. I mean, they need dubs, and they need a string of dubs.
Yeah, and that's why,
and they
like,
needed it
look,
in
I'm
2022.
Exactly. And look, I'm sure what's his name? Star Wars Obsession's a good dude. No, no hate for him or anything like that. I honestly think he's a good dude, but he gets on my nerves when he be acting like Star Wars can keep going without making any like substantial content or keep postponing shit. Because they keep stacking weird L's. Like these are weird shows, keep canceling stuff, and this is why this is
how the grifters
the
live.
feeling is just kind of like, oh well, they might be fucking up Mandalorian now too,
Yeah.
So
I hope not. But yeah, that's another reason I'm getting my brain back kind of into a Stargate mode too, because I have the feeling I might need a different star before within the next year or two. Star blank.
Yeah.
Star fill in the blank. I may have to go from from Wars to Gate.
That's why I totally see why Josh is kind of making not a complete pivot, but opening up a little bit of more avenues, because Star Wars keeps driving their shit into the ground, and I could see why he's not enjoying making Star Wars content.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, I post one thing on Star Wars and I'm like, I wish I never did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind posting about it, but yeah, it don't do shit. Even for even for my ratios, it don't do shit much.
Exactly, dude. It's just like I can only imagine at his ratio of people seeing his shit. I don't, dude. You say one thing and then people are like, you obviously don't know shit about Star Wars. It's like, dude,
right.
you're critiquing me, saying somebody's name. Come on, bro. Come on, Doug. Bro. I don't know. I see why he's wanting to pivot, because Star Wars is not giving a lot of, hope. Neither is Marvel.
That's because you don't know stories and you don't like them. That's what's happening. You're an uneducated piece of shit, and Andor's the greatest thing to happen to Star Wars ever!
Dude, Josh had a point, dude.
Yeah.
Mm, the fact that everyone is kind of like Mandalorian is ass because of it not being like Andor, they kind of messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like
They
that
kind of
was-
messed up their own.
like to
their
quote
own
Josh, that was a
stuff.
division that didn't need to happen, and by God, they done fucking made it happen.
Yeah, man. Look, again, my other thing is like, look, Andor. Yeah, okay, I'll be respectful. Andor was just not for me. But look, you can have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, man, at the end of the day, Star Wars was made what it is because of lightsabers
Oh yeah.
and Jedi,
Yes.
not because of spies and alternate way of, I don't even know what to say it, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I mean, you take away lightsabers and
It's the mysticism.
was it lightsabers and force using and things like that, you just have another sci-fi movie that's, or hell, you barely even have that with Andor. It's just another spy movie.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I just don't get it.
Space wizards and
Like
laser
that.
swords were the basis for Star Wars.
Yeah,
Like literally,
I mean,
they were George's basis for his concept.
exactly.
Like he only put out the middle 3 episodes because that's what Hollywood would let him put out. He wanted to
Mhm.
put them out in order. Like he already had that shit like done in his head. Like it was all like he had that shit written out. He was ready to go from Phantom Menace or whatever he had it titled back then if it was different. But yeah, he was ready to start with Phantom Menace and get us from the beginning instead of starting us in the middle, having us start us in the middle and jump us back, which is the way it worked out because Hollywood executives are fucking idiots.
Very true.
So
But I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. I do have hope that they will be able to, it's not all. Look, this week was not too terrible as far as Mandalorian goes. It wasn't
No.
terrible at all. It just was kind of,
it was jarring.
it was there.
It was jarring to have that shit
Yeah.
in the middle of the other stuff.
Yes.
It was just very jarring to the system.
Yes. But it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible by any means.
No.
It
was good TV.
That's like, yeah, exactly. But now Bad Batch, that's another damn story. But we'll see. We'll see.
I swear to God, if they don't do this week right, I'm going to make a rant video. It's gonna happen,
Oh,
and
man.
not just a quick rant short like I did this week.
Yeah,
Like I'm gonna go
we'll-
minutes.
we'll put some positive energy in there. It'll be good. We'll be good.
No,
You know?
that's just a what if, and I think the odds are against that happening. I think this episode and the double finale is going to be fucking fire.
True.
I
Very true. I think that too, but there is also still that possibility.
Oh, trust me, I'm a cynic I'm a cynic by nature. So me actually thinking the odds are going against my cynicism is rare. I think that's kind of based on my faith in Filoni overall, rather than from week to week.
Yeah.
But yeah. What the hell was I talking about? Why did I even bring up the prequels? Oh yeah, because if George had his way, we would have been awash in Jedi from the jump. That was my point. If George is able to make the movies in the order he wanted to, we would have started off with all the space wizards. All of them.
Yeah.
So anyone,
Yeah, we would have.
all those who want to give those of us who didn't like, well, I can't say I didn't like Andor. I enjoyed the show. I didn't enjoy it as a Star Wars show. But
I'll be honest, I didn't even finish it. So
but as a television show, I actually did enjoy it. That was my basic conclusion. It was good TV, but it was weak ass fucking Star Wars.
yeah.
So, but yeah, to those who think that, those who didn't like Andor didn't like it because there were no space wizards, laser swords, and pew pew. If you're paying attention, the Star Wars universe is built on laser swords and space wizards and pew pew.
Exactly.
Them's just the facts, and they're unalterable facts because it's all on fucking DVD, Blu-ray, and on Disney Plus. Just
Yeah,
watch,
I mean, one of the
watch them
most iconic things in fucking movie history is the lightsaber. So it's just kind of weird that
Yeah.
you know you
I mean,
don't want
just watch
you
them
don't want in the movie what kind of helped made the movie stand out.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It's simple. If you want what George's vision was, don't watch them in release order. Watch them in chronological order. That is how George wanted to do it. And George wanted us to have a fuck ton of Jedi for 2 3/4 movies.
Yeah, we'll get there, man. We'll get there. There's not all hope is all not lost, you know.
Yeah. But in the final quarter of the third movie, shit. What am I doing? I'm hitting the wrong button. That's what I'm doing.
Execute Order 66.
Granted, it wasn't like quite like that. Execute Order 66.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. That one right there, yeah.
Right.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know you're not going to be streaming again till Monday, so.
Yeah.
Oh, tell the guys I say what up, though, because I know you're not streaming, you're just gaming. So tell them I say what's up.
All right, brother.
All right,
Deuces.
have a good night.
Later.
Later. Just... Oops. No, don't do that. Get over there. Trunk. Okay, cool. I don't need that anymore. Doink. All right, so I think we're gonna dip out now, y'all. Anyone out there got any last little thoughts they want to share? I'm down to read them. I can't decide if this beat is just supposed to be relaxing or if there's a little bit of booty time to it. You know what I'm saying? Could be either or. Could be for sleeping or just being in bed. The slow ass beat that's playing right now. I can see either sleep or cheek clapping happen with this music. Followed by sleep. All right. Time to go. I had a good time on this stream. It wasn't quite as spicy as I thought it was going to be initially, but that kind of would have run contrary to my my whole shtick, I guess. What I do. So, hope everyone had a good time chilling in the basement this weekend, this evening, this Saturday. I did. I love streaming. It's so much fun. This week's Star Wars kind of a letdown, but always appreciate the real talk on these streams. Well, thank you, Brooke. I appreciate you, man. You're you are definitely an awesome you're an awesome subscriber. You're active. Yeah. I want 100,000 of you. And another 100,000 of Justin. Brooke is a dub. For Sheezy. All right. Evidently, my Eastern European heritage results in long goodbyes. So, hope everyone have fun. I always do, myself. Thank you guys for being here. I'm not going to say I wouldn't be here without you, because I probably would be stubborn and just do this shit anyway. But I really wouldn't be here without you, honestly, though. You guys make this even more fun every week. And I got much love for all of you. So everyone have a good Sunday. And the last 43 minutes of Saturday, at least in the Eastern time zone. And I will see you all in my next video. But until then, like I always say, there's always a good time to be had. Oh, wait, real quick. Justin, I know you were saying you wanted a little bit more basement in the background because, you know, my name. See this fucking wall right here, buddy? If this doesn't scream basement, I don't know what does. So, there's your basement-y stuff. Right here. Okay. Just wanted to get that out there because I almost forgot and I was thinking about that earlier. All right. I really am going to shut up and take off now. So, much love to y'all. Many thanks for being here. I hope you had a good time. If you do, tell people. Send them a link to my channel. Feel free to clip something and share that out or what have you. One of my few good moments. And let's all work together to grow this community. But in the meantime, like I always say, there's always a good time to be had when you're chilling in the basement. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been very fun. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. I appreciate everybody. But I want to go do other stuff, so get the fuck out of my basement, please. Thank you. Much love, y'all. For reals.